What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Team Member Perspective podcast show. I'm your host, Coulter, and in today's episode, I want to cover and talk a little on activity, but also prioritization. Obviously, guys, we know that if you're in a position as a team member and let's say that you want to sell more life insurance, the very first thing that you need to do if you want to sell more is to talk about it more. You need to bring it up with your customers more. You need to get quotes delivered to your customers. So those are the first things, right? That's your activity. If you want to sell more, you need to bring it up more. Guys, I don't want to beat a dead horse and just say, hey, just bring it up. You just need to ask. Just talk to everybody you possibly can about life insurance. I'm not going to do that in this episode because I think that we all understand that to a degree. However, I will say, where we're not going to go into that, I do want to say that I work with a lot of team members across the country. And the mistake that I see most team members making that want to sell more life insurance is the mistake of just not bringing it up enough. Truthfully, I would argue that 89% of team members that want to sell more need to have more conversations. Like that is the very first step to selling more, is to do that. And so even though we've heard this and it's honestly getting old, right? If you're a team member, I guarantee you that at some point you have felt, is that all we're going to do is say that I need to bring up life insurance and I need to bring it up and I just need to bring it up. I just need to ask, right? We're not going to spend time there because I think we spend a lot of time there. But honestly, guys, if you're hearing that a lot and you're still not doing it, like check yourself. Why aren't you having conversations? Like we know that that's the first step to selling anything is you've got to talk about it. And so even if you've heard it so much and you're sitting there and you're thinking, and every time you hear this, you're thinking like, of course, tell me something I don't know. But if you can relate to that and you're still not getting the life production that you want, figure it out. Like, why aren't you having conversations? Like that's what you need to do. And so if you're not, and you need to, start to make a plan to start bringing that up, right? Maybe you don't remember, which is a big thing that happens a lot. It's common. We've got a lot going on. We're trying to write auto insurance, fire insurance, life insurance, health insurance, and service customers. It's not far-fetched to think that, hey, yeah, maybe I just need to remember. And so if you do a self-analysis, self-diagnosis, and you come to the realization that, you know what, yeah, I'm not having enough conversations, figure out why and make a plan to actually start to have conversations. And if it's that you don't remember to bring it up, find a way to remember to bring it up. Put a sticky note on your desk, put an alarm on your phone, have someone hold you accountable to that. Guys, there's plenty of ways to do it. You just need to use your initiative and make sure that you're actually making a plan to have conversations, okay? Activity is important. Instead of kind of going more onto that, I want to talk about a few things that I've implemented as a team member that have helped me remember, that have helped me to actually have conversation with customers. And it's the simple strategy that we've called 6 minutes, okay? And this is going to be geared specifically towards financial services, writing life insurance and different health insurance products, and not so much geared to writing P&C. However, I feel that this strategy can be implemented even with the P&C. 6 minutes, what is it? Guys, 6 minutes, the concept is this. Every working day, as a team member, you want to give 6 minutes of your day to your agent. Okay, and you're probably thinking like 6 minutes? What are you even talking about, Coulter? But giving your agent 6 minutes a day means you are pivoting to financial services 6 times. And so the reason it's called 6 minutes is because, we've determined that it takes about 1 minute for a pivot and kind of some dialogue to happen between you and your customer. It takes you about maybe 15 to 20 seconds to bring up life insurance, for example, maybe another, 15, 20 seconds for your customer to respond, and then another 15 to 20 seconds for you as a team member to respond to their response, right? And kind of move that conversation along in hopes that you can get them a quote. 6 minutes. Each minute counts as one pivot. I personally feel that 6 pivots a day is a great place to start, especially if you're wanting to sell more financial services. Now, the way that I have done it as far as to make sure that I'm balancing my life insurance production and my health insurance production is to, if we're not in the middle of a promotion or And if my goal is to really truly be balanced in life and health, the majority of the time I'm going to plan on having 3 life pivots a day and 3 health pivots a day. There's 6. But maybe we're in a promotion for life insurance. In those times in agency, maybe I focus and do 4 life pivots and 2 health pivots. Or maybe we're in a health promotion and you want to do 4 health pivots, 2 life pivots. But guys, this concept of 6 minutes has allowed me to find consistency. It's allowed me to remember to bring up life insurance, to bring up these different health insurance products. So it's been something to actually get me to do it. And so how does it look, from day to day? Well, here's how it goes. My intention every day is to get 6 pivots. Like, that is my goal. That is one of my non-negotiables, is to find a way to get 6 pivots to financial services. Again, however many you want to do in life and health, it's completely up to you. But I would suggest utilizing whatever promotion you're in. Like, that's kind of more of your focus. And so maybe make that more of your focus. But if you're in a life promotion and you don't want to forget about your health production, then that's what the 6 minutes is going to help you do. It's going to help you be balanced in life and health, even if we are in the middle of a specific promotion. And so how does it work? Well, again, the first thing is my intention is every single day I'm shooting for 6 pivots. If I recognize an opportunity and I pivot, so I bring up life insurance with a customer, whether I'm looking at more of a full package for them and I'm offering them the option to bundle, or maybe, I do the home and auto and I bring up life insurance at the end. Or maybe this is more of an appointment type thing where we invite the customer in, we do a review, and we bring up life insurance, we bring up health insurance there. That's what I count as a pivot, just me bringing it up with the customer. And so if I can complete a pivot, or if I do a pivot, then I will track it. I will log it on my paper tracker. That's what I like to do. Now, if you like paper, great. The way I do it is if I pivot to you for life insurance, I will write an L dash your name on my paper. That's how I hold myself accountable, and that's how I stack wins, because that's in my control. Okay, but I will write L dash your name, and if it's a health insurance pivot, H dash your name. That's simple. Okay, and that's what works for me. I like to do it on paper. I'd rather do it on the computer, on software. Go for it. Use software. That's how I make sure that it actually sticks and that I'm actually doing it, and make sure that I know that the inputs are there for me to get the desired output, which is to sell life insurance. So the inputs of me bringing it up, I'm making sure that I'm being consistent with that by tracking it. And then aside from tracking it for myself, I will actually go out of my way with my own initiative and tell my agent, hey, this last week, I hit my 6 pivots every single day except Wednesday, right? And guys, that brings up a good point that I want to bring up is there are going to be days that you're going to only find a way to get 3 pivots. But on the flip side, there's going to be days when you get 10. But if you can have the intention every single day that I'm going to find 6 conversations or 6 people today, talk to about life and health insurance, it's going to help you to remember to actually have that activity in place, and it's going to work. And so let's talk about the power of having these 6 pivots every single day. I'm pulling out my calculator here, and I just want to do some simple math. Let's assume that there are, how many working days in a year? Let's just assume that there are 250. That gives us some time for vacation days, sick days, but also the weekends. So let's just assume that there are 250 working days in the year. So with 250 working days, let's look at the power of having 6 pivots every single day for financial services and see what that would do for us. So we'll do 6 pivots times 250 working days, 1,500 financial service opportunities created. And let's say that your closing ratio is only 10%. So it's not great. You're only closing 10% of those pivots that you do. 150 financial services sold. There's power in this. And guys, it might look and seem like this is boring. This is boring work. But that's the work that winners do every single day, is they just get it done. And so if you can get this done every day, and maybe the number's not 6 for you right now because that would completely overwhelm you. Start somewhere. Maybe start at 4. Get a number that will challenge you, right? Don't be complacent with where you're at. Get a number that will challenge you, that's going to be honestly difficult for you to get, which is why I chose 6, and run with it. But then make it your goal to get those pivots in every single day. The activity will then be there. That's not going to be an issue as to why you're not selling policies anymore. And honestly, if you can do 1,500 pivots a year to financial services, you're going to write a lot of financial services. The law of large numbers, like if you have enough conversations, you're going to write financial services. Here's the other cool thing is you're going to be able to actually know where to focus with your training efforts. Because let's say that you are getting 6 pivots a day consistently for last month, but you actually didn't sell policies. That's going to be an indication that we might need to work on training. We probably do. And so it kind of helps you understand and know exactly where you need to focus to get to that next level in selling financial services. Okay. So shoot for 6 pivots a day, 6 minutes. And, I like that concept. Give your agent 6 minutes of your day by just pivoting to financial services. That was one of the first things that I started to implement the year that I went from 10 life apps to 123. The 123 year, I was implementing six minutes. That year I wrote over 100 health applications as well. And so I know it's possible to write life and health consistently at a high level and still be balanced in both areas because I've done it. And this is one strategy that's helped me to do that. And so I thought I'd just hop on and quickly share that strategy that's absolutely changed the game for me. It's helped me in the midst of everything else that we have going on, make sure that I'm bringing up life and health so that I can actually hit my goals and have a bigger impact with my customers and not just hope that I remember, right? This almost ensures that I will remember. And it's something that's really helped me. And my hope is that it will help you as well. So take it for what it's worth, and we'll see you on the next one.